Hi, myself, Naga Bellamkonda. Um, to introduce myself, I have over 15 years of experience in database administration, managing both on-premise and cloud databases of various DBMS like Oracle, Postgres, Aurora Postgres, MySQL databases, and SQL MI databases in Azure as well. Today, I would like to talk about how AI is revolutionizing data performance at scale. And so this is going to be like a more evolution in terms of performance from traditional manual tuning to intelligent optimization. And uh, so the topic is beyond indexes, how AI is revolutionizing database performance at scale. Why this matters now? Um, so four drivers of change: the inflection point, the real-time intelligence, cost pressures, industry momentum. So the inflection point is the traditional methods while AI and ML technologies mature for production-ready deployment. The real-time intelligence, the pattern recognition capabilities now exceed human capacity for real-time workload analysis. Cost pressures, cloud economics demand optimization. Every wasted query costs real money at scale. Not only resource consumption, but also it adds a lot of cost. So we can save a lot of costs by implementing these innovative, latest advanced features using AI. And the final is industry momentum. Enterprises investing heavily. Early adopters gain competitive advantages. So the production proven at scale. We analyzed historical query patterns across multiple production databases in real-world environments. Our longitudinal study demonstrates that ML model outperform experienced DBAs in the majority of optimization scenarios. This is not just theoretical research, it's a battle tested in production systems, handling billions of queries every day. So when it comes to the financial services, how it impacts. So the high frequency trading and transaction processing systems in the area of e-commerce, it's the workload most like some volatile seasonal workloads and real-time analytics platforms. Whereas when it comes to the healthcare, the data more would be like compliance critical patient data systems with strict service level agreements. The fundamental limitation of static indexes. So it's basically a old manual traditional method. So the manual indexing is very slow and it's kind of reactive process. We don't delve into it unless and until we hit any performance issue or we hear any complaint from the end user or the teams. So that's where it is considered as a slow approach. So the static configuration cannot adapt to these changes. So whereas the evolving queries pattern changes faster than tuning. And by implementing and by reacting slowly by using configuration, static configuration, the hidden costs will definitely steep up. So the resource utilization inefficiencies accumulate silently. The CPU, memory, and the I/O wastage compounds across your infrastructure. Performance degradation creeps in, difficult to predict and harder to prevent. The manual index creation is time intensive and inherently reactive. query patterns shifts faster than DBAs can tune. The AI-driven transformation from reactive tuning to predictive and autonomous optimization. So when in the real time, when we hit the issue, so instead of reacting at a later stage, it's kind of preventive measures we can take with the help of AI-driven transformation. One among is real-time analysis, continuous query pattern monitoring, and workload classification. ML optimization, automated indexing strategy identification and configuration evaluation. So closed loop feedback, self-tuning systems that learn and improve continuously. So AI-driven database performance optimization. As part of it, we have several segments. One among is intelligent query optimization. Predict optimal execution plans, automatically rewrite inefficient queries, detect and prevent query regressions, continuously learn from workload behavior. This helps to predict poor performing queries, and we can intelligently optimize the query performance based on the frequent change workloads. And adaptive index management, recommend and create high impact indexes, remove redundant or unused indexes, or we can change the structure of index itself, and adopt strategies based on workload evaluation, and we can even balance the read-write performance dynamically. Autonomous resource optimization. So this is one of the interesting topic when it comes to not only the performance optimization, but also it incurs costs. So with this approach, we can save the money cost behind the resources. So the kind of memory allocation, buffer pool sizing, cache optimization and tuning, I/O and storage performance enhancements, cloud auto scaling decisions. AI-driven optimization capabilities, predictive performance monitoring, anomaly detection in query latency and system metrics, bottleneck prediction before degradation, forecasting storage, CPU, and memory requirements. Self-healing database systems. This is one of the latest add-on feature in the latest release after this AI implement. Due to this, we can automatically restart failed services, rebalance workload intelligently, mitigate performance regressions, and trigger automated remediation workflows. So at the end of the day, by implementing these AI-driven optimization capabilities, we can drastically reduce the downtime, improve reliability, and increase system resilience across all production environments. So what AI optimization delivers? So there are total 5 transformative benefits: performance, resource reduction, automation, throughput, accuracy. So when it comes to the performance, drastically faster query execution across all workload types with measurable latency reduction. Resource reduction, substantial decrease in cloud resource consumption and cost, typical savings of 30 to 45%. So automation. Automation is definitely a very good add-on in any sort of environment, whether it is a database or an application or underlying infrastructure. So automation reduce DBA workload, focus on strategy instead of reactive tuning and firefighting. Throughput, improved system capacity without infrastructure expansion or additional hardware investment. Accuracy, high precision indexing recommendations that consistently outperform manual tuning. Real-world implementations, enterprise and cloud database platform. So we have different flavors of data types, databases available in the market. So, but out of all those, most commonly used by vast majority of enterprises or customers or Oracle Autonomous Database, which includes self-indexing and automatic tuning, autonomous patching and scaling, AI-driven workload optimization. AWS Aurora with performance intelligence. So this AI-powered performance insights, automated tuning recommendations, predictive scaling, and anomaly detection. Azure SQL intelligent performance, automatic plan correction, query regression detection, adaptive indexing, and continuous tuning. PostgreSQL with AI observability, workload intelligence and query pattern learning, anomaly detection, and performance tuning. These are very powerful uh, database optimization features which helps improve the database response time, query execution timings, and we can even automate several regular day-to-day activities. High frequency trading performance. Here lies the challenge. So high frequency trading performance involves the strict latency requirements for high frequency trading queries where milliseconds determine profitability. Traditional indexing or traditional tuning will no longer will be able to support these millisecond latency. So traditional index couldn't keep pace with evolving market patterns. The solution for this is implementing real-time ML analysis of transaction query patterns with adaptive index recommendations deployed automatically during low traffic windows, which could improve 3 times faster queries, directly impacting trade profitability, and helps to benefit the business enormously. And we can even save a lot of money in terms of managing the infrastructure by implementing these features. And we can and finally we can save a lot of time, especially database administrators' life could be easy, and we can save the time, and the DBAs can save the time and spending their valuable time by implementing different strategic initiatives. So the dynamic seasonal workloads, the challenge, unpredictable query patterns during peak shopping seasons, like any Black Friday, holiday rushes, flash sales. So the user hit will be very high, sometimes even unpredictable hits. It is going to impact overall infrastructure drastically. So manual tuning couldn't anticipate or react fast enough to handle these high traffic spikes during holiday season or special occasions. So to overcome the challenge, adaptive indexing based on dynamic workload pattern recognition. The system learns seasonal behaviors in primitively optimized configuration before traffic surges. And it results analytics become significantly more responsive, operational expenses reduced by 40%, and 99.8% availability maintained during traffic. This helps to improve the business very much. So when it comes to the healthcare, the compliance critical systems, the challenge is variable workloads with strict compliance requirements. Every configuration change needs audit trails. Reliability was non-negotiable. Patient care dependent on consistent database performance. ML-driven optimization, automated optimization with comprehensive audit trail preservation. The system maintained regulatory standards while drastically improving query performance for patient data access. So by implementing ML-driven optimization, we could achieve 52% faster patient record queries. We can meet HIPAA compliance maintained 100% and infrastructure complexity reduced by 38%. So how this impact the performance at scale? The proven results across industries. Organizations adopting AI-driven database optimization report transformative improvements across all performance metrics. It is very critical for high volume enterprises, financial and cloud native applications where performance directly impacts business outcomes and competitive positioning. Early adopters gain 18 to 24-month competitive advantage in database performance capabilities. So when it comes to the implementation, what are the practical implementation strategy? So usually 5-phase rollout for success. That's what it believes this method. One is data collection, aggregate and pre-process query logs from production systems to establish baseline patterns. The second phase is pattern recognition. To train ML models on historical workload data to identify optimization opportunities. The third one is recommendation engine. Generate automated configuration suggestions with confidence scoring and impact analysis. Deployment pipeline. Gradual rollout with validation at each stage. Test, staging, then production deployment. And the final phase is continuous learning, feedback loops for ongoing model improvement and adoption to evolving workloads. Open source implementation toolkit, production ready and community driven, continuously evolves database configurations based on real-time workload patterns. Our toolkit is production ready and actively maintained by growing community of database professionals. Multi-database support, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, and more. Cloud agnostic design, runs anywhere, on-premises, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, REST API integration, seamless integration with existing workflows, monitoring and alerting, comprehensive observability built in, extensive framework, custom optimization rules for your unique needs. The business case for AI-driven optimization. Direct impact, reduced cloud infrastructure costs. Typical organizations see 30 to 45% reduction in database resource spending. So operational efficiency. So DBA teams freed from routine tuning tasks can focus on strategic initiatives and architecture evaluation. Business value. Better application performance translates directly to improved user experience, higher conversation rates, and competitive advantage. Future ready. Scales gracefully with growing data volumes and complexity without proportional cost increases. This is one of the best feature and it benefits more when it comes to AI-driven optimization, which industries across industries they can achieve. They can scale gracefully when the workload is more by implementing this feature-ready feature without proportional cost increase. So this is one of the good feature. Implementing in your infrastructure, 5-step implementation path. Assessment phase. Evaluate current database environment and identify optimization challenges. Establish baseline performance metrics and cost benchmarks. A second phase is pilot approach. Begin with non-critical databases for proof of concepts. Like we can this kind of approach. First, we can test in non-production databases like dev, ITB, and QA. validate the results, and build confidence before broader rollout. Integration. Connect to query logging and configuration management systems. Ensure compatibility with existing DevOps workloads. Team enablement. Upskill teams for ML augmented workflows, transform DBAs into optimization strategists and AI system operators. Production scale. Establish monitoring baselines and track performance evolution across all systems, which helps in continuous improvement once the cycle begins. And the path forward. The future is intelligent, self-evolving systems. The future of database performance is not in better indexes. It is in intelligent, self-evolving system that learn and adopt in real time. The question isn't whether to adopt AI-driven optimization, but how quickly you can implement it. Production proven, AI-driven optimization is ready for deployment today in enterprise environments. Evolution required. Traditional tuning has reached its limits. Transformation is necessary for competitiveness. Start now. Begin with honest assessment of your optimization, challenges, and pilot opportunities. So these are really a powerful tool in terms of database optimization, cost effectiveness. And this is the real future ahead. And this AI integration with the database features is really a game changer in the future. And it really going to change the landscape of database administration. And here we reached at the end. And thank you very much for having me here and giving me this opportunity to talk about the database optimization and AI, how AI is revolutionizing database performance at scale. And we are going to talk about a couple of questions being asked for this topic. The first question is, how do AI-driven self-tuning database systems fundamentally change the role of traditional DBAs, and what new skills or decision points become critical? This is really a good question. So the AI-driven optimization shifts DBAs from executors to validators and architects. Traditional DBAs manually create indexes, tuned parameters, and managed capacity, which is kind of repetitive and reactive work. So with AI systems handling continuous optimization, DBAs focus on higher value decisions, validating AI recommendations before production deployment, understanding why models suggest specific changes. So defining performance guardrails and SLAs, designing rollback strategies, and ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements. New critical skills include ML model interpretability, governance framework design, and risk assessment for automated changes. DBAs become orchestrators of intelligent systems rather than manual tuners. And the second question is, what governance, validation, and rollback mechanisms are essential when deploying AI-based optimization in production with strict SLAs? Yes, this is another important question. I'm happy to talk about it. So when it comes to the essential mechanisms include staged validation, test AI recommendations in shadow mode, or A3 testing before production, A/B testing before production. Performance gates, automated rollback if SLAs are violated or unexpected resource spikes occur. So explainability. AI systems must justify recommendations so DBA can assess safely. So audit trails, log all changes, model reasoning, and performance impact for compliance. Manual override capability. DBAs retain authority to reject recommendations. Real-time monitoring. Continuous tracking of optimization impact against baseline metrics. These guardrails balance innovation with reliability, critical for financial services and healthcare sectors, where these service level agreement failures are very costly and expensive. So any enterprise or any industry that that operates its business or of business models is basically dependent on these SLAs. So to meet these strict SLAs, we need to have a robust performance from the database. So at the end of the day, the response time matters. How quickly we can fetch the result. So all this is part of implementing a AI-driven self-tuning mechanism. This is a good feature to implement in the autonomous database performance feature. And thank you very much for having this opportunity to talk about the database optimization. Thank you.